Yo, how's it going YouTube? I'm excited to finally be back with another VGC Team Spotlight as we wrap up the first Pokemon Champions meta, Regulation MA. There's been a lot of highs and lows in Regulation MA for me personally, as I haven't liked all the Pokemon that are available as some feel overpowered, but at the same time, getting to reutilize Megas has been extremely fun. So, once again, lots of highs and lows, but overall, I've had a good time. I apologize in advance that this particular video is going to have less editing than our usual team spotlights, as I wanted to just get this video out before everyone turns their attention to Regulation MB, so I hope you guys understand. Nevertheless, let's get into explaining how I got here with this team, and then hop into some battles with this team. When looking at interesting Pokemon to build a team around, one of my community's Discord members, Red, big shoutouts to Red, sold me on trying out Morpeko. Thanks to Morpeko's Hunger Switch ability that allows its 110 power signature move, Aura Will, to switch from a Stab Electric type move to a Stab Dark type move, it gets solid coverage into some common threats in the current VGC meta. Most notably Char-Y, Bascu, Sinistcha, Froslass, Aerodactyl, and even Farigiraf, all are Pokemon that finished in top 12 in usage at the recent North American International VGC tournament. Aura Will also notably increases your speed stat one stage, making Morpeko the fastest Pokemon in the entire meta after just one Aura Will. Then, Morpeko also gets access to Parting Shot, a fantastic move for positioning in VGC doubles that very few Pokemon get access to in Pokemon Champions. Unlike Incineroar, Morpeko's Parting Shot is fast, which allows it to evade damage by going for Parting Shot before your opponent attacks, then switch into a tankier Pokemon that can absorb that incoming damage, or just pivot into a Weather Setter to offset your opponent's weather, considering how much weather is everywhere in the current VGC meta. Having access to a faster Fake Out than Adamant Sneasler, Morpeko provides a ton of utility that can surprise opponents that underestimate it. At the same time, however, Morpeko is extremely frail, doesn't hit for much damage when attacking for neutral damage, and is sometimes negatively impacted by its own ability changing its best moves typing. This made building a proper team around Morpeko and learning how to use it properly challenging, but I finally found a team I feel pretty content with. Due to how soon the format changes, I decided I will not be doing my typical in-depth team breakdown with EV spreads and all of that. I will instead focus on showcasing battles. Let me know if you guys would prefer more videos like this where it's less analysis and more straight battles. This team's focus is all about positioning, especially when you consider how weather-based the current VGC format is. You definitely want to ensure that you have your Pokemon in the right positions in order to take advantage of either your weather or to offset and throw off your opponent's weather. Locking down speed control is really helpful for this team, but thankfully it's not a full necessity, as Morpeko's Aura Will, Speed Boost, and Mega Scizor's Priority Bullet Punch can somewhat mitigate opposing tailwinds. However, properly assessing which meta is needed for certain matchups is key for giving yourself a proper path to victory. However, the most popular common dual mega combination of Mega Charizard-Y plus Mega Floette can be a bit of a headache to properly assess at team preview, considering how much of a coin flip choosing the right mega for those matchups is. So definitely bear that in mind and try to use other Pokemon available on their team to make an educated guess. I'll still give you guys the team idea on this one, but I assume most of you won't get the chance to play with this team before the meta switches over to MB, so once again, apologies for not getting this video out sooner. I really would have if I could have, but life just been a little crazy lately. With Regulation MA, the first Champions regulation, coming to an end, I want to just take a positive look back on the format, so let me know what your guys' favorite team that you cooked up in Regulation MA was, or just let me know which one you were most successful on the ladder with. I would definitely love to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. I'll reveal my own personal favorite team at the end of the video. Then don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the really exciting Regulation MB videos we're going to be making, as I cannot wait to team build in a new format. It's going to be so insane. Overall, this is a really fun team to use, so let's hop into some battles with it. We're going to see an opponent with Garchomp, Oranguru, Bascu, the regular Typhlosion, Scizor, and Hisuian Decidueye. So very cool team. Shouts to our opponent for using something cool and unique. I respect it. But obviously we want to take this down. So gotta bring the right tools in order to make that a possibility. I'm nervous about going Aerodactyl and then they go Oranguru. So maybe no Oranguru. But I feel like Typhlosion leads. feeling pretty strongly about Typhlosion lead. So maybe it's Scizor. Scizor, Morpeko, potentially. Do need to look at the rest of the team. Could also just be our Chaladon. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with those guys. I bring this team a lot, and the biggest downside is that the damage output isn't the greatest, and Politoed, Sinisha, really, like, you really feel it when you are down to Politoed, Sinisha. So we'll have to be on top of that. Well. To me, this has to be Scarf, Bascu Legion. I feel like that's for sure what we're about to see here. And then I guess the Typhlosion is slow. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna Sword Dance, and I'm going to go for an Aura Wheel. I feel like this is Scarf Bascu Legion, so it's gonna flip turn off of one of our guys and go into Typhlosion, which isn't good, I must say. It's not great for us. Oh, just Wave Crash. Well, fine by me. That's gonna deal a ton of damage to them, and we just OHKO. So bye-bye to that. So a question here is, what did a Rangaroo go for? If it's just Trick Room, I'm gonna bring in Scizor. Oh, Instruct? You thought I was gonna allow that to happen? That's crazy. Then regular Typhlosion's Eruption destroys us. What about in rain? It still kills us. Decidueye. Okay, that's probably because of Sucker Punch. I have to assume that's Sucker Punch. How much with +2 do I deal to these guys? Let's go do Decidueye first. Knock it out with Bug Bite. We don't have that. And then let's go a Rangaroo. He doesn't have anything. So I think what I do is just close combat. And Aura Wheel. It's probably a Sucker Punch. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's the Sucker Punch. Wasn't gonna Bug Bite your bro. I'm going for damage on you. And we just knock you out. Nice. Alright, so they're locked into these last two. And I think I just go Rain in case it's Typhlosion. And even if it's Garchomp. Yeah, even if it's Garchomp, this is good. So I will not protect. I'm just going to go for a close combat on a Rangaroo, since Garchomp shouldn't be able to knock out either. And can't set up Trick Room. They brought a weird team considering the Rangaroo. Like, I don't know what scenario they thought I was going to allow them to get the... Oh! I did forget that they had Mega. Cool. Very cool. A Rangaroo Protect. Fine. Earthquake? Yeah, that's gonna do good damage to Scizor, but doesn't it just always die to my Ice Beam? Nope. Doesn't Ice Beam always kill? It does not. Alright. Well, we know it's just kill and Weather Ball. Bullet Punch will kill, and Oranguroo's not stopping nothing. Oranguroo's not stopping nothing. But yeah, I'm surprised by the team my opponent brought, considering the Oranguru. I didn't really feel like the squad, like Garchomp's decently fast, Bascu Legion's decently fast, and assuming you're going to get Instructs off, especially in the face of my Morpeko, was a bit short-sighted, so. But Bullet Punch will knock out the Garchomp, wham bam. And then it's Oranguru versus the world. We'll take that little bit of rough skin. Oh no, it was Mega Garchomp. Yeah. This team just did not. Yeah, team they brought for Oranguru just did not lead it into the most advantageous position, unfortunately for them. And there's the forfeit. So nice. Good way to start. Good way to start. Mario Oliver is going to be rocking out with a Mega Charizard Y, Incineroar, Milotic, Senesha, Tyranitar, and Hydreigon team. So not bad. Pretty cool team. What do we want to lead against this? Aerodactyl's a little interesting, but we could end up in some bad spots against quite a few different guys. So we got to keep that in mind. Double fire for Scizor plus Intimidate makes me not want to bring Scizor. So I think Aerodactyl for sure comes. We just got to play it wisely. We never lead like Politoed or Senesha. So it's either our Chaladon or Morpeko. And considering Incineroar is a likely lead, I kind of like the Archaladon leading. I'm very afraid of DD Tyranitar. DD Tyranitar, very scary. But Morpeko wouldn't really help that, I guess, other than Parting Shot out of there. That does let us play around the Weather Wars here a little bit better, because double weather for our opponent. I'm going to say I don't want to, though. I don't want to focus on that. So we're going to lead Mega Aerodactyl and Archaladon, and hopefully they go Incineroar, and wonder who comes alongside. Tyranitar? Oh, okay, this lead I didn't see in a million years. So this very well could just be Scarf Hydreigon. Archaladon. Let's go Hydreigon. I don't know any of these calcs. Are we O-code by Draco? We are O-code by Draco. Okay, but we O-code them with D-Pulse. So do we just Mega Tailwind? I feel like we Mega Tailwind. And then we D-Pulse. But the one downside to that is if they are faster. If they're Scarf and they just Draco. I feel like Charizard never just attacks though. And then what are the Mega Aerodactyl calcs as well? Maybe Aerodactyl just goes down to a... Okay, we don't lose to it. We don't die to Draco. Alright, they do immediately Mega, which is surprising. There is the Protect, okay. So let's see if this is Scarf. It is Scarf, okay. It is Scarf, so they'll live this. We'll get that Tailwind off. And then this is good damage still. Yeah. I'm gonna Rock Slide, and then the one thing I feel that may happen here is there's a chance that Incineroar switches in. And I kind of want to try to predict that, so I'm trying to think what's my best way of trying to predict that. And I think it's Aura Sphere here on the Charizard. I know that seems weird, but I feel like Incineroar comes in. I just don't know which slot. And if they leave in Charizard, we kill it anyways with the Rock Slide. Like if Incineroar doesn't come in, yeah, I'm gonna go for that. I know it seems weird, but I'm gonna go for that. Okay, that's the slot we see switch out. Into Incineroar, okay. So hopefully this still kills. Oh, double switch. So I just got the Incineroar switch. Oh, I got that so wrong. That sucks. Alright, I'm disappointed in that. A little disappointed in that. I wish I went obviously the Incineroar slot. I could double into Sinisha, but I don't want free damage on my Aerodactyl at all. I could also just switch out Aerodactyl. I think I leave it in and attack. Let's Draco there. I mean Dragon Pulse. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, I wish I played that differently. So surprised by no fake out. No fake out's crazy. So yeah, it's unfortunate damage. We see a parting shot, yeah. Exact reason I didn't switch. Parting shot a bit too obvious. There's the Matcha. We have to hope we don't get burned. No burn on Aerodactyl. No burn on Aerodactyl. Burn on our Chaladon. Okay, that's okay. Not ideal, but it's okay. So we're 1000% gonna see Incineroar switch back in. So I think it's time to go Politoed. I think it's time to Electro Shot. There. Yeah. Might just see Protect. Actually, Protect is too obvious here. So I may have misplayed. We'll see. But yeah, there's the Incineroar. Very, very obvious. Yeah, there's the Protect. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb of me. I knew they were gonna Protect. Way, way, way too obvious. Our Tailwind's done, but they have to switch out. So I think it's just Weather Ball, and I think it's just Electro Shot again. And I think we do it to the Charizard slot just to ensure we get rid of something. So this is probably Sinisha. Yeah. Doesn't kill. Wow. I thought that for sure killed. Oh, we're faster. That's huge. That's huge. That's so huge. So I kind of need to lose something here. I think it's switching Sinisha to sack it and Protect. And then pray they don't have Life Dew. Is Life Dew so bad for us? Do just see Heat Wave. Makes sense. And then it's a Heat Wave. I mean Life Dew. They do have Life Dew. Alright, that really sucks. Charizard's already at full. And here I think it's just Rock Slide and D-Pulse. Yeah. We don't want to go into Politoed yet, because we want them to be... Yeah, I don't see a downside to this. We could just Rock Slide. Dragon Pulse. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, yeah, there's the... So hopefully Rock Slide kills here. Come on, Rock Slide. Okay, it didn't matter. So yeah, nice, another win. Very nice. And we always beat Charizard now. GG's, yay! Aerodactyl coming through pretty clutchly there. Even at -1, all the damage it did to Sinistcha, and then just the pressure it put on the Incineroar plus Charizard. Just really nice stuff. And then also actually Politoed outspeeding the Incineroar was the biggest play of that game. New opponent, man, well, they're going to have a Hisuian, Typhlosion, Bellabolt, Sinistcha, Excadrill outside of Sand. So I'm assuming that's Scarf Drill, Primarina, and Alolan Ninetale. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that's Scarf. Well, actually, they have the Hisuian Typhlosion, so maybe it is just still Sash. But I don't know. Excadrill's at a weird speed stat to not have. Is it Archaladon? It probably is Archaladon. Cause what does Sinistcha do here? I just don't want to be obscenely weak to Eruption. And I guess we still kinda are with Archaladon, it being neutral and us having no special defense investment. But we're gonna get into another game and see how it goes. Bellabolt Sinistcha as the lead is so interesting. Well, Bellabolt probably deals an insane amount of damage to... our Aerodactyl. So I'm going to stop that and get all this damage with Dual Wing Beat off, as long as we don't miss, obviously, onto the Sinistcha. Let's fake out Bellabolt. I know that'll boost that. Don't miss Dual Wing Beat. So close to knocking it out, just barely doesn't. There's the Matcha. Aerodactyl avoids. Interesting. Do we get burned? No burn. Cool. Getting burned would have been a huge deal. So now I think we just go Archaladon, and then I think we just knock out Sinistcha. Yeah, I think we just hope that Morpeko doesn't die to Bellabolt here. The miss on Aerodactyl's huge. Miss on Aerodactyl's huge. So I must admit, I was very much so good. Lucky on our end, but we know how much Matcha Gacha misses from first-hand experience. I've missed my fair share of Matcha Gachas, so Opponent knows what they were getting into. We'll go for that Aura Will, knock out the Senesha, and then let's just see how much damage resisted Bellibolt does into our two guys here. Very curious about this. Yeah, Parabolic Charge. Alright, we eat that. Eat that nicely. And we'll get that defense raise on our Chaladon, which is super nice. So I really like that switch. Get our lefties. So not bad. And then we're back to being an electric type. And now we're super fast. So do we outspeed with +1 Morpeko? Do we outspeed? +1. Do we outspeed Typhlosion? Hisuian Typhlosion with a Scarf. He gets to 220 and we're 244. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So I don't actually need to even be afraid. Oh no, I do, because we're on the wrong side of that. I feel like we don't die to the Eruption though on our Chaladon, since it's neutral. I'm gonna protect here. See what Typhlosion does. It's just Eruption. Let's see how much that does to our Chaladon. Good calc to know. Oh, that does so much. Goodness gracious. It's decent damage. Oh, Soak. Wow. Okay, I see the logic there. But if they don't know that we're faster, like let's say they are, actually that damage felt so modest. I can know if they're modest based on that damage. No rain is up, none. Yeah, they have to be modest. So they should, no matter what, be slower than... Yeah, they have to be modest. So they should be slower than +1 Morpeko. I think they're slower either way, actually. Here, he changed this into... I could switch out. I don't want to, though. I don't like our switch-ins into the Bellibolt, which is part of why I made that play with our Chaladon. You know what I can do, though? I can protect. Is it worth protecting? No. I don't want to. And let's make sure we get this Aura Will off and just knock out Typhlosion. Should knock it out. Nice. So Morpeko doing absolute work this time. Crazy work. Oh, Parabolic Charge might double knockout. I didn't consider that though, because we are kind of boosting it. Yeah, we're kind of boosting it. Oh, and it has Citrus. Oh, slack off? Okay. Fine by me. This is going to be a little annoying to take down though. Bellibolt will be... And it just sucks, I still can't calc. There's no calc that actually properly lets me calc the... Or at least I don't know of one that lets me calc the Aura Will the way I want to. Knowing that their Scarf was on something else, this has to be Sash Excadrill. And that means that it only gets to a speed stat of 140. Our Chaladon's timid, so we're definitely faster. So yeah, we can freely go for this damage, still not switch anything in. And just protect, and then he'll be free to fire off those parabolic charges though. But oh, Mega Excadrill! Oh my god! I didn't even consider that. I did not, even though they hadn't shown. Oh, and it's definitely faster. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, through protect. Through protect. Oh, he just Iron Heads. That doesn't even kill. Please don't flinch. Please don't flinch. Nice, we don't flinch. Nice. There's the parabolic charge. That will kill. Okay. We're gonna take a lot. Alright. We gotta be on our toes with this dang. This kind of might come down to a prediction here. Yeah, this could very well come down to a prediction because I kind of need to double into this into the Bellibolt. Especially if Excadrill protects here. Would it protect? I'm so nervous about Bellibolt. How does Bellibolt got me shaking in my boots? There's the protect. I knew it. 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 I knew that's always a double into Bellibolt. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I gotta be better than this. I gotta be better than that. Oh, now I'm so nervous about this Bellibolt. That does laughable damage. Oh my god, he's bulky. Oh, but we get the flinch. Okay, how much? That's so huge, sadly, for our opponent. How much do we do? We can't kill this. We can get low rolled on the dual wing beat, and then we don't kill this. So I actually have to double protect. I feel bad for our opponent though. Rock slide clutched up there. And I just gotta trust my gut more. I hate when I don't. And then I get screwed. But yeah, electric Morpeko really does nothing for us here. Ooh, another protect on the Excadrill is interesting. I wish I could calc the Morpeko damage, that'd be so nice. But I do not have that luxury. Alright, I'm just gonna Rock Slide. I'm not gonna overthink it. I feel like Excadrill should protect again now. Maybe not, after going for so many protects. I don't know, we'll see. We could very well lose this game. Alright, there's the protect. Cool. Cool, we doubled. We do have to hit the Rock Slide. Don't think that kills. Oh, it does so little. How is bro this bulky? Oh, he's making a literal... He's laughing at our team. I guess I needed to Tailwind then, because I really need Politoed's damage. It must be so physically bulky. I really need Politoed's damage. There's the charge. We don't get a second Rock Slide flinch, and that just probably kills with all the boost. Oh, it definitely kills Morpeko, which is so bad. There's all the healing. Okay. That's so bad. I brought such a weak team into this big guy. How fast is Bellibolt? How? I didn't realize he was that bulky. Goodness gracious, he took that move so well. Alright, he's so slow though, so Politoed should be faster. And how much does Weather Ball Politoed do to it? How does it do that little? How is he this bulky? Oh, he's so bulky. That's insanity. Alright, so we are definitely... Oh, I almost want to rely on a Rock Slide flinch. Oh man, 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 oh man. I think I have to make that play, and I have to hope dual wing beat knocks out the Excadrill. I'm so nervous for that though, because there's a good chance it doesn't. So do I Muddy Water just in case it doesn't? Oh, we're in such a tight spot. This sucks so bad. Muddy Water? I don't know, man. I don't know. Dual wing beat, knock it out. Oh, it does. Okay, but do we just lose to the Bellibolt? We may just lose. Weather Ball. Kinda need a crit. It's not a crit! Oh, how much does it do to us? It probably does so much damage. Okay, it didn't kill. But it's gonna heal so much. Oh no, it didn't get that much from Aerodactyl. It didn't get that much from Aerodactyl. We can kill. We can kill. Oh, I feel so bad that this is all off of a Rock Slide flinch, though. On the turn that I should have doubled into it. I knew I should have, but I didn't. Oh, Bellobolt being my absolute nightmare. Weather Ball should kill. Oh my god. Belly Bolt. Goodness. Goodness. Shouts to Manuel. I did not have the answers for Bellobolt. I did not have the answers for Bellobolt. Oh my god. Bellobolt ready to wreck my family. Make me eat rats. Okay, well, you guys, that's going to be all for our initial showcase of the team. I'm going to come back after I go to work. I go to work a little, like, super soon, so I have to hop off. But I'm going to go to work, and then we're going to hop back on later tonight, and hopefully we can get some awesome battles for you all to finish us off. We're going to do a few, just a little bit more battling, and yeah, hopefully that goes well. Alright, first opponent, Kader, is going to have Mega Froslass, Hydreigon, potentially Mega Tyranitar, Arcanine, Garchomp, and Corviknight. So I actually don't love these teams. One, because Sand breaks Morpeko Sash. Two, I don't know, Arcanine could give us trouble. Dragon Dance, Tyranitar could give us trouble. Corviknight could be annoying if we don't bring Morpeko. I do think this is a Morpeko game, because Corviknight plus Mega Froslass are pretty weak to it. And then I just like it for weather positioning as well. So it seems pretty strong here to me. Question is, we would have to get around though if we bring Mega Scizor, we got to get around that Arcanine. So I'm trying to think of what else do we bring. It would be nice to have Aerodactyl, but it doesn't do that much here. So I'm thinking it's Scizor, Politoed, and Archaludon. It feels bad not bringing Sinistcha, but the big downside with Sinistcha is just Blizzard, tons of damage. Hydreigon, tons of damage. Tyranitar, tons of damage. Corviknight, tons of damage. Arcanine, tons of damage. Like, they have 5 out of 6 Pokemon that could deal crazy damage to Sinistcha. It's just a bit too threatened. We do see the Tyranitar Corviknight lead, so that's gonna make things interesting for our yeah, it's gonna make things interesting for our Scizor a little bit. I really want to hope that Tyranitar protects, expecting Fake Out. So I'm going to go for Swords Dance and just damage on Corviknight, because it's going to be really hard to take out if we don't get this damage. Very, very afraid of Tyranitar. Especially DD. Yeah, there's the Protect. Nice. Alright, so even if they get a Brave Bird off here, I'm okay with that. It's good damage on Corviknight. That'll make that much easier to deal with. And they do go for Tailwind, but we have... we're going to be faster than Corviknight under Tailwind with Morpeko. And then we have the Bullet Punch for the Tyranitar, +2 Bullet Punch. So we're actually in a fantastic spot. Tailwind does very little. We could just Aura Will again, that should take out Corviknight. And I think +2 Bullet Punch should take out Tyranitar. So I'm just going to go for that. So I really like the lead here. What could this possibly be? Garchomp? It can't take 2 +2 Bullet Punches. Yeah, that's done. Like, the recoil sucks, but it's not that bad. Or the rough skin. Yep, and we're still faster than Corviknight. Should take it out. Sure does. Very nice. So now we should still be faster than most things. So yeah, we're in a great spot here. Alright, that makes sense. What we can do is we can parting shot the Arcanine. And I think we protect. Because we want to get around, in case Garchomp protects, we kind of need to keep our Scizor safe. So yeah, I think that's correct. It allows us to stall out Tailwind a little too. Alright, that's not the protect I was looking to see. That's unfortunate. That one's unfortunate. So probably just Earthquake. Which I guess I could have predicted, but if I Bullet Punch, I just kill that. So I don't know, I can't say I agree with that play. But Morpeko already did its job. Politoed. Just gonna muddy water in case Tyranitar does switch in. And then yeah, I don't think we need to not Weather Ball. Alright, this should knock out Tyranitar. And then Rock. We are in trouble though. Yeah, nice. Flare Blitz will knock us out. Fortunately. So this is going to be interesting if they have like Wild Charge. Does it run Wild Charge close combat? Yeah. So we were never going to knock that out anyways, and now we get to keep the Muddy Water tech a little hidden. Tailwind petering out does matter too. And then, is it faster than our Archaludon? Because we are a very speedy Archaludon. It is faster if it's Jolly. I just don't remember if these run close. What is that? No, they run Rocket. I think I just Ice Beam Protect. Yeah, because I was like, their Arcanine's gonna protect, and they're just gonna Earthquake. Yep. So we'll knock out Garchomp, and that should be GG's. Ooh, I think Sand will knock us into Citrus range, which is ideal at this point. Yeah, there we go. And then now we can Muddy Water. And now we get Sphere. That should be GG's. So not a bad start, not a bad start. A little annoying getting that parting shot wrong. But I feel like that was a weird play from our opponent, I must say. Dang, the amount of special... Oh, and then we missed that? Goodness gracious. Okay, that's annoying. That's super annoying. I guess I shouldn't have Muddy Watered, knowing how blind my dang Politoed is, but we were so ahead it didn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say I agree with that play from our opponent, of protecting the Arcanine there. Just because, like, I feel like we always... Like, you have to be afraid of another +2 Bullet Punch into your Garchomp, so if I went for that +2 Bullet Punch, they just, like, lost even worse than they already did. So that was such a weird play in my opinion. But I like what Morpeko was able to do. Offsetting the Tailwind by getting the speed boost from Aura Will is really strong. So that was nice. Nice game. Alright, we get something more standard now. Yeah, we get the Big Six team, basically. I guess the only thing is, I don't know why I'm forgetting if the Big Six team usually has Sneasler or Garchomp. Not currently remembering that. But obviously, Charizard-Y, Whimsicott, Mega Floette, absolutely hate it so much. King Gambit, Bascu, absolutely hate it so much, and Garchomp. I love all the rest of these guys. Like, King Gambit's a little annoying, a bit too prevalent on every team, but I feel like King Gambit's easier to play around than Bascu and Mega Floette. Just very annoyingly, obscenely strong Pokemon. Like, I wish Floette had to predict more, but its Dazzling Gleam is so strong that it doesn't have to. Light of Ruin's dumb. It just has too much strong offensive fairy power and there's not a lot of super strong steel types that can deal with it. But thankfully we have Scizor. The issue is they also have the perfect Scizor counter in Mega Charizard-Y. So we gotta play around all this junk pretty well. I think this matchup is always just like something like this, with that in the back, and then I want to say Archaludon, but I'm very nervous about not having Kasib. I think it's Kasib. But my issue with that archetype every time is just how weak it is into, if Scizor goes down, how do we deal with Floette? I'm going to bring this team, but I don't know how we deal with Floette if Scizor goes down. Maybe I need to bring Aerodactyl more in these matchups, but it just feels like we need the Scizor. This is probably matchups where I should be bringing a normal Scizor a little bit more, so I could bring the Aerodactyl and the yeah, the Aerodactyl and the so my question here is, does the Garchomp does Whimsicott protect? I'm gonna fake out no matter what. I just don't know if I should double into that slot. It feels a bit too obvious. Yeah, I'm gonna fake out Swords Dance because I feel like they protect. So sadly they will get Tailwind up. Okay, so we could have doubled. What does Garchomp go for? Just Rock Slide, okay. Interesting. Ooh, making my Scizor flinch, okay. That makes me regret everything by not doubling into that. Not doubling was not the play at all. And I kind of wanted that Swords Dance because that's the only way that we OHKO that's the only way we OHKO Floette. Oh, they thought they can Encore Morpeko. Master tier players not knowing that is crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Get this parting shot off. It's a dark type, man. How do y'all not know this? There's the Rock Slide. Charizard probably comes in. We double protect. Yeah, this is always double protect. And then switch in Politoed. Oh, Bascu Legion. Okay. That's a bit unfortunate. They knew they had a free switch in. And Scizor doesn't have much for either of these two, so unfortunately Scizor's job is a bit done. Yeah, we really don't have damage into either of these two. So I feel like Sinisha has to stay in, as wrong as that feels. We can somehow get a Trick Room up, we're in business. So I'm gonna go for that, even though we have more Pico in the back, and we'll just see how that goes. Because it may just be a double up into Sinisha, knowing that my Scizor can't do much here. Just a Wave Crash. That's good damage. Oh, Weather Ball. Interesting. So we will get our Trick Room off. Garchomp basically has to come in. I think I do that, and I think I switch back into Scizor. Yeah, I think it's Matcha switch back into Scizor to play around the Garchomp switch out. I mean, the Garchomp switch in. Oh, Bascu Legion. Okay, I didn't see that coming though. Oh, Charizard just protecting. Interesting. It's not miss Garchomp. Nice. Do we get the... Don't get a burn. I feel like I rarely get burn. It's kind of interesting. Have to just go for that. Think we could just double Garchomp. I may have just slightly not been enough. Let's not miss. Okay, missing Charizard's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna slightly miss out on that KO, which feels bad. Heat Wave still. Both live. Earthquake, okay. I'm okay with that. It actually sucks Garchomp didn't die, because we would have them locked into Charizard here. Actually really sucks Charizard didn't die. It's the second to last turn of rain. What if I make an insane play? What if I go for that? I feel like they never switch Bascu Legion in. I don't know, let's go for these. Okay. Garchomp does have Protect. So we get, as long as we don't miss this Matcha. That's good damage. Please don't miss the Matcha. Please! Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss. Okay, goodness gracious. Yep, alright, that's gone. It's good healing. Charizard has to come back in. Yeah, we win this. I think we always win this. I'm not sure we even... Since Garchomp protected last turn, I think we could just double protect. I don't think we benefit at all from protecting Senesha. We could just double attack. We knock out Garchomp with Ice Beam, and then, because Trick Room's still up. Alright, didn't even need the Ice Beam. Matcha will get it done. Heat Wave never knocks out Politoed. From this health, it shouldn't. And then Morpeko's faster and knocks out Charizard. Yeah, nah, Politoed eats that. They played the Charizard interesting. I was very surprised the way they stayed in. I thought we had such a big brain play, and then they stayed in. That like threw me off so crazily. We probably see a Protect here, because of like fake out pressure, all that. But we could play this game all day. How much? I wish I could calc the dark. Freaking tell me which calc allows me to calc the dark Aura Wheel. Like, I so desperately wish I could calc that. I want to know how much that does to Charizard, but I can't. I don't have that luxury. Do you see the Solar Beam? No Solar Beam for you, bud. Back at it. Do you protect again now? Let's see it. We're just gonna go back and forth for forever. Okay, they don't play this game nice. GG's. GG's, 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 GG's. Very nice. Alright, not a bad start. Not bad. Love to see it. Love it, love it, love it. I say that so much. I really gotta get new words. I really gotta get some new words. Go to the word bank and withdraw some new words. Because I am a love to see it merchant. But yeah, very nice. I feel like we positioned well. I felt like we preserved the Pokemon we needed to preserve. And I felt like even though that Charizard stayed in, we were able to kind of still make the most of our Trick Room turns. Obviously, we were able to really neutralize Bascu Legion, which is a huge one. So very nice stuff. I like that. Alright, so we got another team that's basically that same team, but it just has Kangaskhan in there. So that's an interesting random choice to just kind of throw in there. This probably turns this into an Aerodactyl game, because I don't see why I need Scizor here. Other than, I guess, King Gambit. They didn't bring King Gambit to that last game, and I will say that did make that a lot easier for us to navigate. Not having to deal with the threat of King Gambit. Yeah. Yeah. Morpeko's obviously also strong in this one. Yeah, how do we get rid of Whimsicott easily without Scizor? I think Morpeko, Aerodactyl, Politoed, and it's just, is it our Chaladon or is it Senesha? I think it's Senesha. But then we're in trouble against King Gambit. We're gonna have to make that work. Because I didn't have time to switch it. Alright, we may be in trouble, but my biggest issue with our Chaladon in the Sun matchup is just, I hate not being able to go for Electro Shot when I need it, and having to play around the Garchomp with that is just kind of really frustrating, I must say. We should be faster than the Kangaskhan here. Yeah, we should be faster than the Kangaskhan. Do I fake out Tailwind or fake out Dual Wing Beat? I think I like fake out Kangaskhan Dual Wing Beat. It will allow them to get Tailwind up, but I'm hoping we can play around that. We'll have to see though. We do have Sinistcha, so Rage Powder shall hopefully help. Oh, does Kangaskhan have like Scrappy? Can it be faked out? I may have messed up. Okay, cool. I didn't remember. I didn't remember if it had some ability that allows it to not be faked out. But Whimsicott down. Down to 3 Pokemon, but they do have Tailwind up. Oh. Really? I think this is easily double protect. And I just need to see, do they double into Morpeko? Because if Morpeko doesn't get doubled into, that's a kill on Charizard. But yeah, let's stall out a bit of the Tailwind turns and just get Charizard to Mega Evolve so that it suns up. So we have that Politoed switch in the back. What do we see here? Just Heat Wave. And then what does Kangaskhan go for? Ice Punch. So you are going to disrespect my Morpeko. Alright, well I'm going to go for this. And just hope it pans out. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Aura will into the Charizard Okos, but it will depend on if they are smart enough to switch up their attack. And then we'll get the Rain going to offset the Charizard. So yeah, we'll see if they make that exact same play or if they kind of see through me and switch it up. Do you just see the Heat Wave? Alright, and then do you switch up your attack with Kangaskhan? Oh, brother! Brother! They do switch up that attack. Alright, alright. Didn't matter, didn't matter, didn't matter. That didn't matter. So we could have stayed in with Aerodactyl. I don't think there's any scenario where Charizard stays in now. But I'm curious how much damage Ice Punch does to us. I think it's just another Protect. And I think I just Weather Ball Kangaskhan. What does Charizard do here? Just Protect? Weather Ball. Oh, that's smart. I see the logic there. Could that not kill us? Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yummy Citrus. Nice, then we get rid of Kangaskhan. And their Tailwind's gone. So now, not only do we have the weather, Aerodactyl's the fastest thing on the field. Ooh, but there's a Bascu Legion. So we will need to play around that. So I think our play is always switch in Sinistcha and just Muddy Water. Or do we need to Protect? I think we need to protect. Let's see. Let's see how it plays out. I'm going for the Weather Ball, but I'm not sure this is correct, because I'm definitely a little nervous about the Last Respects. Does that just OHKO us? Charizard does protect too, so I definitely should have protected. There's the Last Respects. Yeah, that will just OHKO. Alright, fair. So I feel like I do have to Rage Powder, and I think I have to Rock Slide just to play around Aqua Jet. I have to play around Aqua Jet. No! No! Come on, man! That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Alright, so those two moves are very interesting. I'm surprised to see those. How many turns of Rain are left? 1 turn of Rain's left. I think we just double protect then. To just get rid of this Rain, because the Rain's putting us in a weird spot. Charizard just Heat Waves. Interesting. Feels like a no a no Aqua Jet Bascu Legion. Will Charizard finally protect? I want to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to Rock Slide Matcha. Alright, we finally don't miss. We'll knock out Charizard. And then whoever the Bascu Legion goes for goes here, should die, yep. And then as long as we don't miss this matcha, we still win. So let's just not miss. We don't miss, let's go! Let's go. Very, very nice. Super nice. Heck yeah. Super duper nice. Whew, that one came down to the wire, man, and especially with that Rock Slide miss. Ah, had me ready to throw up everywhere. So scary, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in into the showcase of Morpeko and Friends. I hope you guys enjoyed the team. I really enjoy this team. It does require you to make a little bit of prediction, so I'm not going to sit here and say it's like this unbeatable broken team, but it is really fun and it can absolutely deal with not only the most common strong teams in the meta, but also some of the more off-meta things that are being used to beat those really strong common threats. Those Charizard Y teams, those Mega Floette teams. It can deal with those, and it can deal with those teams trying to counter those. So it's not bad at all. Morpeko really showing his value in some of these games as well, which is super cool to see. I love the little rat being able to show what its little mouse being able to show what it's capable of. Another Pikachu clone putting in a little bit of work. And yeah. This is my end of the season team, so I hope you guys enjoy this last final team before we jump into Regulation MB. And I'm going to try to go so much harder in Regulation MB for you guys because there's so many teams that I just didn't get to explore. So many ideas I didn't get to explore, and I'm really disappointed by that. I just did not find the time to get all that going. And then life started to hit even harder when I already felt like I didn't have the time, so that's why it took so long to even get this upload out to you guys. So I really apologize for that. I really do want to go harder for you. So I hope you guys are excited for that, and that I hope the hype around the channel hasn't left. I've been seeing a little bit less views, so I hope you guys are still excited for what we're doing here, and that yeah, you guys just echo that by showing the little love to the like button, subscribing to the channel for all we're gonna get done in Regulation MB. I'm gonna go so hard. I promise you guys, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna actually get some of the more like other ideas I have out, because one of the biggest issues is these team building showcases take so much time to make that I need content in the meantime as I'm slowly grinding out, testing and figuring out these builds. I need other content in that time frame, and I've been wanting to get around to like my top 5 off meta Pokemon, top 5 Pokemon I hate playing against this meta. Like, I want to get into these fun other ideas, branching ideas that are still VGC content, but are just a little bit different than just a team showcase. But I wasn't able to find the time for that, and just felt a little too overwhelmed, and just so much going on in real life with my responsibilities there. So I really want to get you guys that though, moving into Regulation MB. So yeah, once again, hope you guys are excited. We got the Raichus coming. Let me know your thoughts on the Raichus. Let me know your thoughts on this Morpeko team. Let me know what was your favorite team that you guys cooked up in this meta. I would love to know that. This is one of my favorite teams I cooked up in this meta. The Snorlax team is definitely up there as well. And then because you guys showed so much love to the video, and I just enjoyed the team, the Como video, our Como team is definitely up there as well. Would love to hear your guys' favorite build that you were able to cook up in this meta, and what was the most successful for you as well. Would love to hear all of that fun stuff. And I actually have one other idea I wanted to just get out there for you guys. I really want to compete in some kind of thing. Because I can't really play in tournaments. They almost always happen on Saturdays, or they start on Friday nights. I work Friday nights, and Saturdays I have my parental obligations. I'm a dad, so I can't really play in tournaments, and it's really like bothering me that I don't get to like play in any competitive tournament. I know the ladder's competitive, but ladder's ladder. It's best of one closed deck list, closed team sheet. It's a little... Sometimes I love ladder, sometimes I hate it, and I would really like to have another way to battle as well. So I've been debating making my own league, and it wouldn't just be a standard league, it'd be like some kind of really fun, different idea. The idea I've kind of been throwing around in my head is a Ranch Battles League. Let me know your thoughts on that. Would you guys watch a Ranch Battles League where people are forced to do ranch recruits, and whatever you get in those ranch recruits is your team? You get one affinity ticket that you can use to get a type that you need to round out your team, and then whatever else you get, that's your team. Make the most of it, make the most of those builds, and then we do a best of 3 against whoever your opponent is that week. That sounds so much fun to me and so hype. I love the team building aspect that would really bring. It would showcase the best of team building and who can be the best team builder. So I really like the idea. Let me know your guys' thoughts on a Ranch Battles League. I'd love to hear about all that good stuff in the comment section, and obviously make sure to follow me over on Twitch. Things slowed down a little over there just recently because, once again, life started to hit way too hard and I have way too much going on. Like, I'm currently trying to look for a new job, so just too much real life obligations that having to sort through. But I'm going to be more active on Twitch, definitely, over the next, definitely as soon as Regulation MB starts. So you guys definitely want to be over there and not miss out on those early builds we cook and all the fun stuff we get up to. That mobile release is going to be insane. You want to be a part of that. So yeah, join the channel by subscribing, like the video if you enjoyed. I need to know you guys are enjoying the content by you hitting the like button, so please do that for me. And then last but definitely not least, make sure to get over to Twitch and follow me over there, because yeah, I'm slowly still grinding stuff out over there since I lost my initial channel on Twitch. So any support on Twitch is so greatly appreciated. So sorry for all the blabbing. Thank you so much for anyone who watched to this point. You guys are the real MVP. I'll see y'all in the next video. For now, that's it for you, boy. Peace out.